welcome to Shree's Coding Hub. In today's video, we are going to develop a small application to calculate average and grade based on the given marks. Basically, this is done in schools or colleges. Now we are going to develop a small application on that concept. Till the last episode, we have seen so many concepts in C language. Like we have seen so many concepts. In the last episode, we discussed what are conditional statements and how to use conditional statements if else, and else if. We have seen the working of these conditional statements in very depth in the last episode. If you've not gone through those episodes, the link will be provided in the description. Please go and check out. If you in this way, we are going to learn C language from basic level to pro in series wise. So stay tuned, do not forget to subscribe and like the video. Now without getting late, let's get started. Here in the last episode, we have seen how to write conditional statement. With the use of this concept, now we are going to develop our required application. Let me open a new file. New. Okay, cool. If you feel the videos really informative and knowledge sharing, then please do subscribe to our channel and like the video. It will be a great motivation to share more videos like this. So without getting late, let's start. Now I am here right main pen close tab. Now file save. I am saving it with uh, marks calculator.c. markscalculator.c. Okay, now here I am taking int uh, Telugu, int Hindi, int English, int Telugu, Hindi, English, and now I'm also taking int uh, total float average. Here you can see I took Telugu, Hindi, English, and with the data type int stands for integer, because the marks of a subject would be obviously integers. Now here I took average as float, because after calculating average, the average value maybe it may be in decimal or in int, or it may be an integer. So there is a chance to get a decimal value. That's why I took float here. Now here what I do is printf percent enter Telugu marks scanf percentile d address of Telugu. Now printf enter Hindi marks scanf percentile d address of Hindi. F percentile, sorry, enter English marks scanf percentile d address of English. Now here if you see, I have uh, took Telugu, Hindi, English, and I have scanned values from the keyboard and storing in Telugu object, in Hindi object, and English object. I named the objects like Telugu, Hindi, English for our representation. Now here I took another variable total. I took another object total. Now here, what is total? Total means simply uh, the sum of marks of all subjects. So simply I say total equal to Telugu plus Hindi plus English. Telugu plus Hindi plus English. Now I am saying, now here what I do is printf percentile d slash n total. Simply I print here total. Now let's run our code and check the output till here. I am compiling Alt F9, linking and loading Control F9. Now Telugu marks let's say 40, Hindi marks let's say 40, and English marks let's say 60. And now let's see the output. Alt F5. You can see 140. 140 is the total. 140 is the total. Now here what I do is uh, the total marks percentile d slash n out of uh, let's take all the marks out of 100. Let's take all the marks out of 100. The total, if we the student scores full out of full, the total would be 1 2 3 300. So let's, for looking our application, for making our application what we say stylish, for good looking and for better understanding the output, again I will input 40 40 30. You can see the output. The total marks 110 out of 300. Cool. Here I remove slash n and I keep here slash n and saving, and I will use clear screen function. Clear screen function. What for we use clear screen built-in function? We use clear screen function to clear this output screen, for every execution, Now what our requirement is, now calculating total is completed. Now our requirement is to calculate average. Now we all know how to calculate average. Now what is the formula for average? In simple mathematical words, sum of observations by number of observations. Sorry, ah, yeah, correct. Average equal to what is the sum? Total. Total is our total. Now divided by, now total there are how many subjects? 1 2 3. Total there are 3 subjects. Now I am printing printf the average is was percentile slash n comma average. Now let's see the output. F9 30 40 20. You can see the total marks 90 out of 300. The average is 0. The average is 0. Okay, the output is correct. Now the next our task is to calculate grade. The next task is to calculate grade. Now let's see how to calculate the grade. Now simply in our let's take simple terms and conditions for calculating grade. Our calculation must be like this. See, understand the concept. In every subject it is mandatory to have above 40 marks. In every subject it is mandatory to have above 40 marks. If not, if the condition fails, in case of any one subject, like in Hindi English he got 60, in Telugu he got 39, then the result should be directly fail. F grade the student should get. If he got 100 out of 100 in Telugu Hindi and got 30 marks in English, the result should be fail. The result should be given fail. If not, if the student got 60 marks here, 60 marks here, 60 marks here, 60 60 60, now what would be the total? 180. Now here, based on the average, we should calculate A grade or B grade or C grade. Now if the mm, if the average is less than 40 40 40, 43 is 120. If the average is less than 150, even though the student got 40 40 40 in all subjects, the average should be greater than the average should be like 40 40 40. uh, the average must be greater than 40. The average also must be greater than 40, greater than or equal to 40. If not, again uh, the student should get the grade fail. Now let's write the condition for that. What is our first condition? First we should check whether the student got 50 above 40 marks in every subject. Now let's write if condition. If uh, Telugu and Hindi and English are greater than or equal to greater than 40. The marks must be greater than 40, not equal to 40. The marks must be greater than 40, like 41, 42, like that. If he got 40 marks also, he will get the grade fail. Now till here, let's compile and check is there any errors. No errors. Okay, cool. Now here we checked Telugu and now here if you observe I have used a characters like this. Now what are these? These are called these are called conditional operators. There are conditional operators like uh, let me tell you here. This is stands for and this is stands for and and this is stands for or. This is stands for or. Now here in the we used and operator. We used and operator. Now what this and operator does? This and operator is like if any one of the condition fails. I'll write this condition in different fashion for better understanding. If Telugu is greater than 40 and Hindi is greater than 40 and English is greater than 40. If you observe, I wrote three conditions here. Telugu is greater than 40, Hindi is greater than 40, and English is greater than 40. This symbol represents and. This symbol represents and. Here what happens? If Telugu is greater than 40, okay, the condition is satisfied. Then it checks this condition. Then it checks this condition. If Hindi is also greater than 40, then it checks this condition. English is greater than 40 or not. If in any case, if in any case Telugu is not greater than, the marks in Telugu are not greater than 40. It is not going to check any other conditions. It is simply going to the else part what we write here. Here I am going to write the else part. Uh, Printf the grade of student is fail. The grade of the student fail. The grade of the student is fail. Okay, fine. Here if any one condition fails here, if the Telugu is not, the marks of the Telugu are not greater than 40, then it directly goes to the else part. It is not going to check other conditions. If the Telugu marks are greater than 40, okay, the condition got satisfied, then only it is going to check the next condition in serial wise. If the Hindi marks are less than 40, here the condition failed. It is not going to check the English marks. Directly it is going to the else part. Directly it goes to the else part. Now, if this condition also gets satisfied, here if the English marks are not greater than 40, then also it is not going to enter into the body of the if condition. It is not going to execute any statement in this if condition. It is directly going to the else part. If in case the three condition get satisfied, then only then then only it is going to execute the statements in the if condition and it neglects the else part. It neglects the else part. Here let's us print by. No, by is not working. Thanks for using our app. Okay, it is if the three condition gets satisfied, then only it enters into the body of the if condition and executes the statement, and it is not going to execute any else part. Directly it prints thanks for using our app. This is the process. If any one of the condition fails, it is not going to the execute statements in the if condition. It is going to the else part directly. Let's see how it works. Here I say now what now uh, I simply say printf hello. Now let's see the output. Simply control F9. I will enter uh, 60. uh, I'll enter 30. I'll enter 42. Now you can see the average we got is 0. The average we got is 0. The average we got is 0. The grade of the student is fail. The grade of the student is fail. And we got thanks for using our app. Here you, if you observe, I have given uh, and Telugu marks 60 and Hindi marks 30 and and English marks 42. If the all the marks are above 60 except Hindi. Here it has checked Telugu. Okay, it got satisfied. Hindi. It is not Hindi marks are less than 40. Now it is not checking. It is not going to check English marks. It is directly going to the else part and executing the grade of the student is fail. The grade of the student is fail. I'll clip slash and here. Okay, cool. Okay. Now, if this is the process, here instead of let's see another time. I will give 59, 50, 60. Now let's see the output. The total mark is 169. Hello, and we got hello and we got thanks for using our app. If you observe, the three conditions got satisfied. Only in this case, it executed the statement in the if condition and it does not go to the else part and directly got printed thanks for using our app. Now here, let's do our task. Now, what is our next requirement? Now, what is our next requirement? Our requirement is to check give the grade. Now, here what I do is if I'll write if condition in the if condition. Is this possible? Is this the way correct? Yes, absolutely. This type of using of if condition are known as nested if. This type of usage of if condition is called nested if. Writing if condition in this fashion is called nested if. Let's see how to write. If uh, average is greater than let's say is greater than uh, in all subjects means 41 41 41 41 41 41 for 123 123 divided by 3. If the let's take simple. If the average is greater than 50, if the average is greater than 200, not no 200, if the average is greater than let's say 80, sorry not if the average is greater than 80, let's say printf percentile d, sorry, mm, the grade of the student is a grade slash else if average is greater than let's take a grade 60, 60, let's say printf the grade of the student is B. The grade of the student B. Now let's take for C else if average is greater than let's say 50, then it should get printf the grade of the student is C. Okay, fine. Now, what is our next requirement? If the average is less than 45, let's take else if average is less than 45. It is not greater than 50. Let's take it is less than 50. Let's say it is less than 50. Then also it should print enter the grade of the student fail slash n. Now here our execution takes place in this way. Here if the three condition get satisfied, then only it enters into the if condition. And here we wrote if condition inside the if condition. This concept is called nested if. We can write if condition inside the if condition, which we will not get any error. This concept is called nested if. Remember, nested if. Here I am comparing if average is greater than 80. If average is greater than 80, the grade must be A. And here I wrote else if, which we discussed in the last episode. If you have not gone through those episodes, the link will be provided in the description. Please go and check out. It is a very important concept. If you understand that concept, then only it is easy to understand this build application building. Else if, here I am comparing if the average is greater than 60, then the grade of the student will be B. If it is greater than 50, the grade of the student will be 50. C. If the average is less than 50, the grade will be again fail. Here, the chances of fail for a student, here there are two cases. If the average is less than 50, then also he is going to fail in the exam. Uh, else, if the else if the condition any one of the condition if any one of the condition, like if the student gets less than 40 marks in any one subject, then also he is going to get fail. He is going to get fail. Now here let's compile and run F9. 60, 40, sorry, 52 and 66, alt F5. The grade of the student is C. The grade of the student C, because 60, the total is 178. The average, oh sorry, here we didn't observe, we are not getting average. It is printing the average is 0, but why so? Why so? What we did here, average equal to total divided by 3. Here I think the problem is where? Can you tell me? Can you tell me if you gone through all the episodes in our channel of C language, then you can definitely answer this question. As of now, I think here the data type of average is float, but here I have given the values both are integers. Here we are getting total as an integer, and here I gave 3 as also integer. That's why it is printing as 0. I think so. This would be the problem. I simply say 3.0. If not, let's debug it. 60 and 66. Let's see the output. Oh my god. Still the output is 0. Still the output is 0. Can you tell me why we are getting the as output as 0? Can you explain? Here I used percentile D for average, which is a float type. Now let's make it as percentile F and let's check the output. 60, 66 and 70. Here you can see the output. The average is 65.0000. Now here if you see, the mistake is very small that I used percentile D for float type. Here we got in that if we in case of using percentile D for float type, we got printed 0 on the output screen, even though there is some decimal value in the average, because percentile D has the ability to only print integer, but we have float. That's why it is unable to grab the value, and it has printed 0. Now this type of debugging is very important and very useful in our coding career, because if we are able to solve this type of errors, then definitely we can learn advanced language like C++, Java. Okay, I hope you got the point and understood very well. Here let's compile again and check the output. I am giving 60, uh, 65 and 80. Fine. You can see the grade of the student is B because the average is greater than 60. The average is greater than 60. Here what we wrote, if the if the average is greater than 60, what is the condition, what is the statement, the grade of the student is B. That's why we got the output, the grade B. And thanks for using our app. This is the basic application calculating average and grade based on the marks, based on the given marks. Here we wrote a if condition. Here in case of and, in case of and, here you can observe, in case of and, in case of using and operator, it is mandatory to satisfy all the condition. It is mandatory that all the conditions should get satisfied. But let's use or operator. It is not related to our application, but simply for understanding. Here I used OR operator. Let's see what happens. I am giving 42 and 56 and 20. Here you can see, here the total marks 118 out of 300. The average is 39. The grade of the student fail. Here if you observe the grade of here it has entered. The grade of the student fail we got, but which which statement got executed? Here if you observe it is not executed this statement, because I'll make a slight change here. I pin it fail due to average. Here I extended this line, fail due to average. Now you will understand 66, 50, 20. Quantify. Here if you observe the grade of the student we got is fail due to average. Now it does not go to the else part, because it has entered into the if condition and executed this and executed this and executed this statement. But here our requirement was the marks in every subject should be greater than 40, but here we used or operator. Now what does the or operator do means, here first it checks this condition, it checks this condition. Here Telugu mark, if the Telugu marks are less than 40, if the Telugu marks are less than 40, then it goes to check this condition. If the Hindi marks are less than 40, then it is going to check this condition. If the Telugu marks are greater than 40, then then it is not going to check any of these conditions and directly enters into the if condition, the body of the if condition. Here this is the meaning of or. Any one of the condition, if any one of the condition gets satisfied, the body of the if condition executes and statements get executed. This is the usage of or. This is the usage of or. Any it is non mandatory to get satisfied all the condition. It checks only whether one condition is getting satisfied or not. If one condition gets satisfied among the three, then it enters into the if condition and executes all these statements. This is the usage of or. But our requirement is to have above 40 marks in every subject. That's why we should check condition for every subject, and it is mandatory that every subject should satisfy our requirement. That's why here we are using and operator. I hope you guys got the point and understood very well. That's it for today guys. In this way we are going to learn C language from basic level to pro in series wise. So stay tuned. Do not forget to subscribe and like the video. If you like and subscribe to our channel, it will be a great motivation to upload more informative content like this. Thank you.